This is Jack. Today what we're going to look at is the Bosch table saw. Any adjustments that you make to the saw, whether it's the blade height, the angle, the fence, make sure it's unplugged so that you don't accidentally turn it on and lose a finger or something. Because the table saw is used for long, straight cuts, you need a guide. They call it a fence. And in the Bosch table saw we have here, it's mounted underneath for transport. So you pull this lever to release it, it slides out, turn it over, and slide it back into its track. This will allow you to set a width between the fence and the blade. So if you were cutting a 3.5-inch piece, you would measure 3.5 inches between the fence and the edge of the blade. This lever locks the fence in place. Also down here, you release with this knurled knob. This red plastic goodie, looks kind of like a fish, is a push stick. So if we were pushing a board through the blade to keep our hands out of danger, we would use this. You see the little notch here catches on the edge of the board to push it through. This crank makes the blade go up and down. This red handle releases the blade so that it can tip, so that you can make long angle cuts to put a bevel on your wood. It's very important that once you set the angle, that you push this lever down and lock it. Otherwise, in the middle of the work, the blade may begin to travel. And you don't want that because it almost guarantees both a miscut and a kickback. Another feature of the Bosch table saw, this lever, pulled up to release, allows this table extension to pop out. This is very handy when you're cutting a large piece of plywood or some other wide piece. This plastic goodie down here lifts out. And this keeps your wood from spitting back at you. You have to raise the blade to install it. At the bottom of the guard is a slot and these two pins. The pins fit in this piece. So, lower it in, push it down, and lock it in place. And there you are. Never stand directly behind the blade. Even with this guard in place, it is possible for a piece of work to come zooming back in your direction, and that hurts. Don't do it. What doesn't come with the Bosch table saw that you've checked out is an offloading table. That's your responsibility. The idea is that as a piece of wood leaves the table, you don't want it to get past the blade, get to the tipping point, and head for the floor so that this end now begins to rise up. That's extremely dangerous. So, an off table, it should be as close as possible to the level of your saw table so that work just slides right on it.